There's a lot of GTOs. Are those GTOs?
Mustang.
Yeah,
Mustangs? Oh, yeah.
I think that blue one's a G6. They use the Pontiac G6 bodies for some reason.
I used to vibe to that song.
I can picture that for sure. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're all right.
We're gonna have to figure out this.
I can scoot.
No, you're good. You're just gonna be.
I'm just gonna whack your mic 100 times.
That's fine.
Just, hey, y'all.
It'll be all right.
Whack
Are you
her
left-handed?
I am.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that is a Mustang.
It's gonna be great.
I don't know. It's a plastic body. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's undecided. What the? All right, I'm done with that.
What were you doing?
Trying to fix my cup holder because I'm lazy and fat.
Well, I have a really great.
You already hit video.
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh,
We're
going
back.
right now.
Yeah, we live, baby.
Episode 6.
Yeah.
Is my mic close enough to my
You don't
face?
think I? You
Is this okay?
Just breathe heavy.
we're back.
Oh, shit.
Now you've done it.
That's
Hey, you gotta check it now.
No, bro.
Cold.
I'll be belching.
Shotgun it. Heard you wouldn't.
You're right.
Just bite it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, good news is it's been 1 day since our last episode, and that video already has more views than the last 2 podcasts.
That is
So,
fantastic news.
Great news. They still are rookie numbers, not gonna lie, so we're gonna need to pump those
Yeah,
up.
we
pump them
excited,
up.
but
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
it is. I'm
Thank you.
excited. Yeah,
I'm not here to help with that.
for sure. No.
You helping though?
We do have somebody new. You want to introduce yourself?
My name's Ethan Duke. I'm from Kansas City. I live in Raytown. I
Right
kind
on.
of grew up with Jesse. Sort of.
Been running around.
Yeah, for a while.
Known him for a while. High school days. I don't know you guys, but
Well,
yeah.
you can get to know me.
I'm gonna get to know you now.
Can you learn to love me?
You're all right so far.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Well, what do you drive? What do you have?
Oh, I drive a '98 Mustang
Right on.
GT, among other things, and I do the autocross and the
Okay.
road racing stuff. So, track days, time trials,
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. A little bit of drag racing,
yeah.
but it's not very fast.
That's pretty cool, though. I mean,
It's fun.
it's a little bit something different than we haven't talked about in one of our podcasts.
Right.
You know, obviously we have stuck in pretty close to drag racing, but it's pretty interesting to kind of look at something a little bit differently. So, if you're going to a track day, where do you typically go?
Heartland Park mainly. That is kind of the home track here.
Yeah.
That's the closest one. I've done. I did one last year at Kansas Speedway. They have a road. They have kind of a road course in the infield, like Daytona and some other tracks do. And then Lake Garnett, obviously, is a fun event.
Okay.
So, but mostly
awesome.
Heartland Park.
Is Heartland Park a good track?
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Really?
It's fast.
I've
too,
heard
isn't
it's
it?
very
good,
fast.
but I wouldn't know.
I mean, the road course is kind of like the drag strip there. Like, it's an amazing, track.
Yeah.
The facility kind of sucks,
Yeah.
but the SCCA puts them on, and the SCCA does a fantastic job of running the events.
Yeah.
But the track's awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's simple enough if you're not very experienced. It doesn't take a whole lot. It's not like super technical like some tracks can be. And it is very fast.
Yeah.
Service is amazing. It's a very, very smooth track.
Yeah.
As opposed to Lake Garnett is basically a public road when you go race there. So it's super bumpy, bottoming out over the bridges and shit. But
It's pretty legit though.
it is a good.
I went down there and watched him. I fangirled for a whole day. I was like, yeah, there he goes.
Yeah,
That's my friend.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I waved at you once.
Yeah, I was like,
Hey.
yeah. But so what's the Mustang all about? What do we got going on there? What's the unit?
It is a 5.4 liter swapped 2-valve, so single overhead cam. I don't ever advise doing that. It's a terrible swap. Doesn't make any power. It's kind of a built motor, and then it's a lot of suspension coilovers. It's got. I'm gonna draw a blank now that I'm on the spot, but it's got coilovers all the way around. It's got sway bars. Right now, I'm in the process of doing a torque arm and a pan hard bar,
Yeah.
along with some other upgrades, getting rid of the 4-link. So weirdly enough,
I've never seen anything like it till I came over.
yeah,
It's pretty cool.
they're like, so 7904. They're like the perfect drag race car because they're a 4-link in the back and a strut front end.
Right.
Well, that's terrible for like any handling sport you do. Really? So the big thing in the Mustang world is to ditch the upper control arms and go to a torque arm. Pulse the bottom of the axle. It's basically like an exaggerated 3-link at that point.
Right.
And then add a pan hard bar because they actually don't come with a pan hard bar or anything.
Like third and fourth gen Camaros and stuff.
Kind of,
Like,
yeah. Very similar to that, yeah. If you have big money, you do a Watts link. I don't have big money, so I did a pan hard bar.
Next best thing.
Next best thing.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So
What's
it's a good time.
what's what's like future plans down the road? What would you really like to do with it? Is there any like things you're working towards?
My goal right now is just to get a time trial license. So the two main sanctioning bodies for what I do are SCCA, the Sports Car Club of America, and NASA, National Auto Sports Association. And
So you want to go to the moon?
I do want to go to the moon really badly. Yeah. I want to be like Elon and launch my car into space. So,
Tits.
yeah. We all got to have dreams, right?
For real.
But it's pretty hard. It's kind of challenging to do. To be, you have to basically prove yourself. It's kind of like getting an NHRA license in a sense.
Yeah.
You really have to go out and prove yourself, and it's not. They don't just give them away.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the goal this year is to get a time trial license with both of those sanctioning bodies, and then actually start competing in time trial events everywhere.
That's what I was gonna say. So that's what you need to compete, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You can go to the events and run in like HPDE, which is a high performance driver's education. Which is like it's like an instructed track day kind of deal, and you can do that, but you can't actually compete with anybody. So to actually compete in time trials, you have to have a time trial license. I don't really want to do door to door stuff with that car. If somebody decides they want to build a door to door car and let me drive it, that'd be cool. But I don't want to wheel my Mustang because I like it. So you tear some stuff up doing that.
Yeah.
I would also maybe like to do a little drifting this year.
That would be cool.
Drifting's a lot of fun, but it's not something I'm actively building the car to be good at.
Yeah.
But some grassroots drift events this year would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
what do you rev that thing out to?
I only revved about 6,500.
Okay, so not very high.
The 5.4 has a lot of stroke, so they love to throw rods out the side, allegedly. I don't. That's what they say. I haven't been ballsy enough to try the theory out.
That sounds good though.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
6,500 is about it, but yeah, it sounds great. It's got 4-to-1 headers, and it's just 2 race bullets. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty loud.
too.
Yeah, it's got a comp XT278 cam. It's got CNC ported heads, a 1 bullet intake, and
Oh, nice.
it makes okay burn. It runs high 12s. It's not like super fast, which is funny because like at a track day or an autocross, like a 12-second car is fast out there when you go out there because you're mostly with like Miatas and other cars that aren't really worried about horsepower. So if you're out there in a 12-second car, you're ripping.
Yeah.
So what trans? You have like a TR3650 or something, or what?
No, it's still a T45.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
They ran the T45 from 96 to I think 2000, 2001. They switched to the TR3650.
Yeah.
Which is a better trans, but
Yeah. I have an
is what it
01
is.
bullet black.
do you?
Yeah. That's why I was asking. So
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, it's cool shit.
Yeah.
It is a good time.
You got some other vehicles too.
I do. Ideally, a lowered S10. I have a dune buggy that's very, very much a project. The plan is to go rally racing with the dune buggy when I finish it.
That'd be cool.
But I've been saying that for like 3 years. And then I have a Cavalier as well, a 99 Cavalier that was the race car for a long time until the Mustang came along.
What was it?
It was, all the suspension mods I could throw at it. It had a supercharged quad 4 in it and autocrossed it and street raced it and just had fun with it.
That's pretty cool.
It ran his dick off.
It was
Yeah.
it was not like let's go race for money fast, but I could cruise around town and beat like bolt-on coyotes with it and Chargers
piss people off.
and it was
hilarious.
hilarious. Yeah. Ryan Mitchell came out one time. He had that turboed black Silverado. I think you were with him.
Yeah.
And it was like a total sleeper truck, but he was out there beating Corvettes and shit. And he goes, "Hey man, let's race." And I was like, "Dude, come on!" Like he goes, "Trust me, just line up." And he just like babied it all the way down the road and let me win. Made me look like a hero.
Yeah. It was fantastic.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like an old, like if you could make an SS into that year, that's kind of what it was made out of, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Ran a stick off.
Yeah. But no, the Cavalier was fun. That's what I got started with. I bought it when I was 18, and so everything I learned about modifying cars, I learned on that car.
Yeah.
And then it blew up in 2017, and I was like, I'm gonna go do something else for a while.
Yeah.
I was not involved in that, Ben Backus.
That's true. That's true. That one was not your fault. Now my Saturn, on the other hand.
Hey.
Nah, I'm just kidding. We won't.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It's okay.
We're gonna have to get these mugs rolling or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There we go. Are we okay to light up in here?
Go for it.
Bet.
I mean, I would have never guessed that.
I don't care.
He's cool when you put him on the spot,
I'm just trying to be a humble host.
Yeah.
They are gents.
Thank you.
So, Brett, you look a little sleepy, bud.
Very sleepy. Very sleepy.
Very much so. Why are you sleepy, though?
We went to Indiana today and back. Or we left yesterday at like 6.
We're at in Indiana.
Madison, Indiana.
Where's that?
It's before Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good haul for one day.
Yeah, it was 16 hours.
Jesus.
17 hours.
Yikes. You drive the Cummins.
Yeah, the old Cummins.
She made it.
Hell
Yeah, for all you-
brother.
For all you painters out there.
You gotta do some maintenance on that mug probably now. Huh? That's
I ain't changed fuel.
There you go.
I need to change fuel filters and do brakes. But
From all them Bernies.
we picked up Glass Tech
Pass that one down.
fiberglass
Snip that
hatch.
for me while it's there. Oh, okay, I'll do it.
You got a what?
Glass Tech fiberglass hatch with the optic armor window for the Camaro. It's a good deal.
I bet that saves a lot of weight.
Oh,
Yeah.
the hatches on them are fucking ridiculous.
For sure.
Uh-oh. We're gonna have to sweep this up, Uncle Jesse.
What
Is that fine?
do?
It's all right. I'll make you clean it up before you leave.
Yeah.
No,
I'll
I'm
sweep.
kidding.
I'll
He's gonna
sweep
pull out
her
the
up.
broom in the dustpan.
Yeah. I got a maid's outfit hanging up in the closet for you.
Oh, good lord! How do you start this contraption?
So nope. Push that up.
And then just click her.
No, slide the turn it to the left. Keep going. There you go.
Oh,
Now click it.
Yep.
Yeah.
man, that is a unit right there.
Bueller.
It'll burn you. So, 16-hour round trip for car parts, my man.
Well, we went to West Virginia for the Ralph motor,
That's right.
and that
But
was 24 hours.
that was a good
Yeah.
$100 built
Yeah.
LS. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Well, the hatch, we kind of on the way there we were like, okay, so is it really worth it? Because it was $750. I had about $250 in fuel,
I just dropped mine right.
and I had $150 in a room.
Yeah.
So 400 plus 750, we got about $1150 in it.
Yeah.
So, but the hatch is $750 new, and then $500 for the window. So
Yeah, what'd you get for it?
$750.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
We made out pretty good. You got to think though, I got to ship those things too. So I mean, you're talking $250 to ship the window in, and then another
Yeah.
$250 to ship the hatch.
Yeah, and that's if it doesn't get fucked up either in shipping.
Shipping is expensive now. It's gotten really expensive lately.
Yeah. It do be that way though.
Facts. How's your week been?
Not bad. Had a normal week. Pretty uneventful, which is a first in a while. So, not too bad.
So run us through. Obviously, the motor's out of the truck. What have you been doing on the truck?
Oh, just updating the motor, refresh rings, bearings, head gaskets. I don't think I'm going to turn it up because I called Bill at Atomizer and he said I'm out of injector. So to go more power, I got to put a bigger set of injectors in it and then fuel pump after that. And it's just like, I haven't even ran all of the boost that I can run through it at the track. So I'm just...
You're kind of in a different level, obviously, but that's the kind of same feeling I'm like too. It's like, let's just kind of maximize what I have. It's running. It's it's everything works well.
Let it marinate for a while.
Like, let's just see how fast I can go with what I got.
Exactly.
God,
yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, just trying to. I found a few things. Like I found the main things that I found were 2 bent valves on the stem side. So, and they weren't like bad. Like you just feel it. It would stick going through the guide a little bit, but not enough to hang bad. Right. So, replaced 2 valves. Seabird Performance. They did the heads for me. Killer service. Yeah.
Luke. Yeah.
Yeah. Patterson Racing. They honed the block for me, and then so I got all the parts here to do it. So, I think my dad's coming up tomorrow. We're gonna put it together.
Hell yeah.
Got the rings all gapped.
Yep, rings are gapped.
New rings.
Yep. That shit's expensive.
What rings did you get?
They're total seals. It's got a stainless top, Napier second.
Yeah.
Standard tension.
I was looking at prices for the big block, and I was like,
yeah, that set of rings was like $360.
That's how much, that's what I was. Yeah. I was gonna say $350-ish or something like that, but hey, they're
turds.
Work great.
Where's that lighter? Here, you got one.
Over here.
We need an ashtray, Holmes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Are we ashing on the ground?
Take
or
your beanie off.
I got an empty beer can. Dope.
I can have an empty beer can real quick.
Oh, I got an empty Red Bull can.
That works too. Man. It's been crazy. We're watching World Series of
Pro Mod.
Get some tobacco leaf in there.
Oh, shit. He about got out of it.
Sorry, folks. Yeah, when you see us glance up, we're looking at my
Lyle?
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's like 408, 176.
Mark Mickey, he's entered again in this race. This race, they have huge payouts. And they're doing it differently. But Mickey, he has top mile an hour in Pro Mod right now. He went 214.
Damn.
In the 8th. It's hauling ass. But, so they have 60 Pro Mods entered, and they're only taking 16. Mm-hmm. But they also have a second chance race. And I think the cutoff for the second chance race is like 360 or some stupid shit.
Oof.
It's really tight.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
They have Pro Mod, Mountain Motor, Pro Stock. They have front wheel drive cars, which those guys are hauling ass too.
They did add the XS front X Sport front wheel drive or something like that.
Yeah, and then I think that they have Super Stock, which those cars are cool. 9-inch wide tire, factory appearing Mustang Camaro, kind of like a Cobra Jet Copo.
I gotcha.
Drag pack. And then I think they have just maybe regular Pro Stock cars. No, just Mountain Motor Pro Stock, because Eric Ender's in one of those cars this year.
Yeah.
And it's throwing her for a loop. She's having issues on the tree. I think a lot of people are, but it's been a good race so far. So,
man, I tell you, I sent that photo in the group chat, which I'll put it up here. Man, that Bradenton is packed. Just freaking packed wall to wall right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the place is loaded with rigs, just one after another, and it looks like a lot of people are showing up and supporting.
Showing out,
which,
yeah.
I mean, what else is there better to do, honestly, than...
I think they appeal to a lot of markets, though. Bringing in, the imports and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
especially a race like this.
Well,
Normally, you wouldn't see imports there.
Yeah. A guy from Kansas City flew up there just for that race.
Yeah.
Just to watch it.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, if you're a huge car guy, what a great vacation spot. Just go down to Florida, enjoy yourself, go to the beach, check a race out, have an event, maybe pair it with, one of the times where, I think Cletus usually does cool events too in the wintertime. Sometimes, just grab one of those later in the year or something. It's, it's something to think about.
Make it a weekend.
I think Daytona's having their bike
fest.
Yeah, this weekend too.
Really?
Yeah, that gets wild too, from what I've heard.
I know my buddy Mitch is like, let's ride up there. I'm like, yeah, let's ride up there on our Sportsters.
Yeah, how much do you like your kidneys right now?
That's a long ride on a bike.
We'll get the damn enclosed trailer and slap them all in there and drive up there.
Yeah.
And then tell everyone you rode it up
Yeah,
there.
we rode these suckers up here. Hard ass, no windshield.
Dude,
No
I'm a
helmet,
wuss.
ate the bugs.
I'm
Ate
a
'em.
wuss. I'll own it, man. Like if I was gonna take my bike down there, I'd just trailer it. I don't care.
Yeah.
What kind of bike you got?
I've got a Triumph Thruxton. Yep, 2018. It's kind of a cafe racer bike.
Okay.
I got a 2022 Indian bobber.
Oh hell yeah, Indians are cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I'd like to do the cap. What do they got? They guys like do the small fenders and the little seat and
Yeah,
make them look all cool.
the cafe races are fun. The cruisers appeal to me though. Like the more I ride, the older I get. I'm 32 now, so it's like I'd like to be able to ride for a couple hours without peeling myself off of this thing.
Yeah, I don't.
Walk around bow-legged for a couple
Yeah.
hours.
That Chief they have, that big Chief or whatever, the Indians. Oh my god,
Those are nice bikes too.
Those are sweet.
you have that one to cruise around, listen to music, put your babe on the back or whatever. But when you want to go into town, you just ride on that Indian.
Yeah, take her to town and then take her home and
Take
Go
her
to town.
Go to town again.
Yeah, I thought that's where we were going with it. the whole
stack some
time.
dimes.
Stacking dimes.
He's got a fucking welding helmet on a coat hanger in the bedroom.
Dude, he's got it ready.
What helmet you want? You want the pipeliner?
Jesus.
Man,
Hell yeah, brother.
Good stuff.
I love it.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
good shit. So what about you? Where's your car at, Brady? In the process.
Same spot. But the good news is got my whole garage cleaned up. It was, you get to a point when your garage is a mess and you're like,
Reset.
yeah, well, I mean, you can't focus on anything else besides, I just had to do that first. That was step
Pass
one.
it down.
But now
Yeah.
that we're good, I got to pull the radiator out of it. I'm gonna get a hold of. I got a hold of a guy that I think is going to be able to hopefully repair it and fix it. Just get it back and then slap it together. Got to gap the rings and go through it. Hopefully my cylinder heads on the other one are still in good shape.
Yeah.
I think they probably are, but you never know. So hopefully they're in good shape. My camshaft's in good shape, and throw it all back together. But
Yeah.
hey, if it's not in good shape.
I got parts.
Yeah, Luke Siebert did my cam in
Yeah.
that car. He did a great job. I mean, it
runs good.
Yeah, it's proper. I think a lot of people on a 5.3 stuff probably put a little bit too big of a camshaft for what it is, and it's really would be more efficient.
Yeah.
Where it's like low 600, high 500 lift or something like
Right.
that. I mean, just depending on the situation, and it runs its ass off. It really does.
Yeah.
We'll have to get a video, tear down video.
Yeah, see what's going on with it.
Yeah.
I need to. I'll have to do that.
What's really going on?
I think we'll make a "What's Really Going On" montage, and I'll put it before the video. But yeah, it'll be a good one for my personal channel because
Yeah.
I haven't put a video out in a few months, so I need to get back going again. So
Yeah.
it's been like that. But other than that, it's been just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong
hanging
with
out.
that. Assessing the situation and
Yeah, got a couple cars I'm tuning tomorrow. Well, one car I'm tuning tomorrow. Twin turbo LS3
It's not mine.
Camaro. I'm coming. I gotta get these knocked out. I'm coming. I'm
It's
stacking
okay. I gotta replace the rear main seal anyway.
Oh yeah.
on the raffle
Yeah,
motor.
like it wasn't leaking. I drove it around the house and took it on state or 206 and came back, and it was like it's like intermediate cutting out. I think something was cutting the ignition.
Something's going on with that mug. Just the way it was so erratic. It was like anything you did, it was acting the
Well, I
opposite.
was doing some research and guys were doing like a dome map. They were configuring the dome sensor as your map sensor because I wired them to like I took the 5-volt reference from my map and put it on my dome. So I did that. And it seems to be okay, but I haven't. It was leaking oil, so I haven't been able to.
Yeah, I
We'll just have to play with it. I
Yeah.
think I just need to spend some time and go through the settings, make sure everything's calibrated right, and just watch it. But there's something
something was going
yeah, I
on
don't
really
know if
weird. Whereas like
wiring or
anything you
something.
did, it was not helping at all, and it, like closed loop couldn't like normally on Holly
Corrections.
stuff. If it's somewhat close, it'll run. Like that's
Right.
why the Wizard stuff,
Dude, it was like
it'll
a
run.
9 AFR.
Yeah, as soon as it hit, it's like
Not happy.
it's acting weird. So there's something going on, but we'll get it figured out, and
Good stuff.
For sure.
It's about
Yeah.
test weather.
yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It's especially today. I was hot almost today. I
yeah.
take my jacket off.
Yeah, I was working in the bed of the truck, I'm putting a new puke tank in the bed, and I had the door up, and the sun was beating on my back. I'm like, you a little sweaty back there. Like, I feel some shit running down the crack of my butt.
It was a nice day. It was a nice day.
Yeah,
I know we got stuck on between Oak Grove and Green Valley. There's construction.
yeah.
We had the windows down. I was like, it's fucking 60 outside. Like, what the?
It's hot.
And we're in a truck. This is stupid.
Yeah,
Should be home working on the hot rods.
yeah.
Hot road.
Hot road. Hell yeah.
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 Hanging out.
You guys, have you watched any of Cleus' new videos with McFlurry?
I did watch the newest one.
Man,
I didn't get around to it.
Did I
it's
say?
go.
Sorry, did I say he was putting aluminum rods in that motor?
It
I
did.
thought-
It did get
Yeah,
aluminum
see, they
rods.
did,
It got
but-
aluminum rods, some diamond pistons, I think. Maybe it was West Coast. I don't remember.
Then
Doesn't matter.
they blew it up again? Or head
head
gasket?
gasket.
Yeah. Stock head bolts.
Yeah, I think
Reused 3 times.
yeah, they're probably torque to yield.
They are.
Yeah, that's a,
What's you doing?
what's
Aluminum rods. Aluminum
Yeah.
rods. Reuse the head bolts. No problem.
yeah.
Yeah, spend
So,
$3
Jesse,
grand on rods.
Put your lab coat on and explain a torque to yield bolt.
Okay, so torque to your. Wow.
He pulled the bread.
I put the lab coat on. Fucked me up.
Yeah, not Brett's jacket, the lab coat. Come on.
Going it.
This is not this medium jacket.
Yeah. No, torque to yield bolts require a lower
Sorry.
fucking torque, and then you go like 90 degrees normally past their final torque value. So you're stretching the bolt super far to get the torque.
Yeah,
When you back it off, it's
still the same size.
it's going to stay the same size, and then when you do it again, it's going to stretch again, and then
Yeah.
you do it again, it's going to stretch. So normally you use them once and you throw them away.
Yep.
And that's why a lot of guys go to studs because they're reusable and you get a better torque value. They're usually higher torque.
value. Yeah.
It's also easier to do.
Yeah.
You just go to a torque spec instead of going
Yeah.
90 or 45 and then 90 again. And
I mean, it's like we did new rod bolts on that 6.0 and did torque to yield it. I think it's fine. It's just, it's weird if you've never done it.
The rod,
You know, if you've never done the degrees, it's weird.
There's a lot of people that reuse the rod bolts on LS stuff, and they're fine forever, and it's just kind of. I think they're torque to angle
They're so cheap though.
as well, and then I know the bolts and the mains are obvious. They're reusable, but
I've heard of guys going to ARP rod bolts and then not resizing the rods because the torque is higher on the ARPs, then it will crush the bearing and then start spinning rod bearings.
yeah,
You have to use, there's a certain ARP bolt.
yeah, that's what.
No,
and-
like a 2000. You
yeah,
gotta,
it's the one
Yeah.
under, and
Yeah.
that's the one I talked
2000
to.
will egg the bearing.
I
Yeah,
talked
gotcha.
to Rich up
Yeah.
here about it, and he said, if you were going to do that, I would recommend don't go to 2000, go to the one right before it. And I got a set of them, but when I started doing the research, no one ever, the bolts never fail. It'll break the rod way before the bolt fails
Right,
on an
yeah.
LS deal. So it's like I'm not gonna risk going through whether it to have the rod resized or something being off on that for no gain at all.
you're still going to
really.
break the rod.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
so
put ARP main bolts in it. and Main
well,
sides.
not even that. If you do main studs, then you got to line bore the whole entire motor to match the studs.
kinda
So
the same deal.
you basically,
Yeah,
you're
it's
kind of
true.
in the
That's
same
true.
boat. The stock bolts have held, tons and tons and tons of power. They're not really a weak point, so you
No.
just leave them alone. Stock. If you're going to do stock bottom end deal, and if you're not, you're building a motor. either maybe then you go studs and because
Yeah.
you're building a whole motor, go ahead and have it line board, or there's a lot of people who just go back to the stock or the regular,
The
rotating
mains.
assembly, then put
Yeah.
rods and pistons in it, and
The mains on those motors usually are pretty stout.
Yeah,
they are.
You're
6-bolt
usually.
main, I mean,
I've never seen a main fail. It's usually the head going before
yeah.
the.
yep.
Yeah.
Or a rod.
Yeah, exactly. What about mod motors? What's the?
They're kind of a similar deal. They're very similar to an LS in the way that they're built. They have the, I don't know what it's called, where the main sits in the block. It's not
In the
like-
register? Yeah.
They're 6-bolt main, I believe. 6-bolt
The-
main, I think.
Some of them are, yeah. The iron blocks, the 4654, they're a 4, but it's still a side bolt.
Yeah.
And then all
I
the
got you.
the Cobra motors are all 6-point. The Coyotes are all 6-point, and it's the same deal. They have a torque to yield rod bolt, which sucks, and torque to yield head bolts, which suck.
Yeah.
On the 2-valve and 4-valve heads, you torque it to a certain spec, and then you go 90 twice.
Holy
It's
shit.
rough.
Really?
Well,
It
it's
is
because those
rough.
heads are so tall.
How many head
They're
bolts
so
are
thick.
there?
I don't remember.
It's a lot.
It's enough to get a strong workout in. Like
Yeah.
You're gonna
that
be
second,
sweaty.
That second go around of 90 degrees sucks.
I don't know nothing about that stuff.
I looked into it a little bit because I think 2-valve stuff is slept on pretty hard. You can make them fast as shit, and the blocks are pretty damn stout out of the box. You can go with a 3-valve like Nemec block, or you can go with
Texid.
obviously Texid. What's the other aluminum block that's actually
They have the WAP, the
Watt block?
Watt
Yeah.
block,
They're kind of
Yeah.
they hold decent.
The old
decent.
mod motor stuff is really kind of underrated, just because I think it's because they're really expensive to build in comparison to an LS, and they also 90% of it is 2-valves, and 2-valves don't make power.
Yeah.
They can. I mean, anything will make power, put enough boost through it. But if you look at the head flow of a 2-valve, even the best ported 2-valve can't touch what a stock cathedral portal flow. I mean, my CNC ported heads may flow like 230 CFM. And I think even the trig flow, like the badass trig flow 2-valve heads, flow like 270.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
It's not very good.
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
I know.
The 4-valve stuff flows a lot. If you
Yeah.
you can
Mo
you
has
can
a
port.
lot of money in his 2,000 horsepower 4-valve.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
A
Yeah.
lot. Of
you can
money.
port a 4-valve head like
Did it
a.
really make 2,000 horsepower?
It's going to
Really?
Dora. Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Don't make power. The Texas block, as far as I know, no one's ever broken an aluminum mod motor block. I mean, they're pretty
always-
stout.
Some other failure.
Yeah,
Seems
Not
like there's a
the
lot
block.
of critical parts to put together, though. Too. Like an LS is kind of just cut and dry. how to
Legos,
put it
yeah.
together. Yeah.
mod stuff's also it's just expensive. There's so much. There's 4 cams
Yeah.
as opposed to 1. So and then, when you had your Coyote, it was like
It was expensive.
I have to buy 32 valve springs and
They do a
32
valve job,
retainers.
it'd be-
It's awful.
Well, it's like
It's,
a diesel too. I mean, diesel heads.
Yeah, it's expensive. It was expensive, but it made really good power for it. I mean, the furthest I ever went into the motors, I just put cams in it and an oil pump.
Let's talk about that. So we never talked about your Mustang.
I had when I started at my job that I currently have, I bought a Mustang, a 13 Coyote,
Right.
and 20,000 miles on it. The tranny, the MT82, did MT82 things, locked out in second. Yeah.
She gone.
It locked out so hard I sat in the back seat and kicked the shifter and wouldn't come out of gear.
I remember guys buying them and they just missing gears. I'd race so many 13 Coyotes and I'd
Yeah.
smoke them in my stock F body because they just miss third gear.
Yeah, it's
It's the linkage, isn't it?
yeah, because
garbage.
the shifter's remote mount on those cars, and the shifter mounts to the body of the car, and it also mounts to the trans. So when it torques, the motor rotates away from the car. So when you go to shift, it's like this, and then you let off, and it's stupid. They make aftermarket shifters and all that stuff for them, but so anyways, it locked out. I took it to Ford. They're like, you have drag radials on this car, and there's rubber underneath it. We're not going to warranty it. I'm like, I bought the car with track pack. Like, it's a track pack car.
That was a shitty deal.
Yeah. I think it's because I was like 19 or 20.
Jesus.
Yeah. Had less than, I don't know, 20,000 miles on the car. So, denied me of the warranty, black flagged the car. there was no warranty left on the car. So I'm like, all right, you want to do me like that, Ford? We're going to go stupid. So T56 mag swapped it. That was the first order of business. Put a T56 mag in it. And then it had a synchronizer go out, third gear, manufacturer defect, had that fixed. Got it back in the car. And then with the stock intake, cold air, and I did full exhaust, cooks, everything, headers, long tubes, all that stuff. It made 420 NA, which was pretty unheard of to the tire. AED tuned the car, and he was like, this thing's kind of wild. Like, I've never seen a car make that much. I'm like, that's what it did. And then I started and then I did a Cobra Jet intake and cams and valve springs with the cams, and I started revving the car higher. I started revving it to like 8,500, 8,800. Oh, dude, it was amazing. I have a video of it. So, the T56, I think it was rated for like 7,800, so it was not letting me in.
Yeah.
So pulled the mag out, sent it off to Liberty, faceplated first through fourth.
He went. Yeah.
It was
Nutty.
legit.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, so I never could get the car to leave right. I didn't have the right two-step on it and all that shit. I can never get it to 60 foot. I think the best I ever went was like 12.0. Almost 1190s. It should have went.
See? Yours is fast.
Exactly.
Right there in Coyote territory.
I don't know about you. But it would run. It made, so with the cams, Cobra Jet intake, and I did a Cobra Jet oil pump and all the supporting mods to do that. It made 528, the tire NA. I beat a fully ported Cobra, 0304 Cobra, and I had headers and all that stuff. Had a ported blower.
yeah.
Kyle Korb's car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he and I, that was one of the best races I've ever had. It was a driver's race.
He probably babies it a lot more than you do, though.
Yeah. But
You are kind of hard
He
on
loves
stuff.
he
Yeah,
loves
I
that
know.
car. That car is
that
like-
car is
is-
mint.
Everything he has is mint.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, with a faceplated trans, you can drive it. You have to drive it pissed off. So
I love that car. His.
I figured out how to baby it. You had to double clutch it. So,
yeah.
like, there's a daggum semi.
yeah,
So, you're in first, and you're like, clutch, pull it out of gear, clutch it again, then pull it in gear, and it wouldn't clunk or anything stupid. But at wide open throttle, I could just basically stomp the clutch and it'd go right into gear. That car was so much fun.
It sounded amazing.
Yeah.
I will never forget when I lived with Josh Anderson and you left the house one day.
He's like, you
and
want to
we're
do a burnout?
Do a burnout. And I looked at Josh because it was Josh's house, and he was like, "Yeah, do a burnout." And he just lights him up right on the line lock and just laid 11s for an entire block. I was like, "Man, that was loud." And looked at my watch. It was like 11:30 on a Wednesday night.
Sent me a Snapchat later. Cops at his house and
Yeah,
shit.
like
Yeah.
3 neighbors called the cops. It was awesome.
It was
Losers.
We're like, we don't know that guy.
why call the cops at that point?
Yeah,
You're gonna
Like,
be gone.
You're just wasting their time.
Yeah.
They're
The
gonna be
person's
15,
not
20
there.
minutes.
Yeah, and I didn't even live where Josh lived at the
Were
time.
they trying to give him?
Oh yeah, they're like, so who was the guy in the Mustang? Oh, don't know.
What Mustang?
Yeah.
He was like,
I'm
Jet,
stupid.
no problem.
It was Joel.
Jesus.
So that's all they're hoping. They were hoping I'd snitch on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was a fun car. I had a lot of good races, lost a lot of races, but it was just one of those take it out and have fun cars.
Yeah.
And
You can't
it got
beat
to the
that.
point where I got really good pulling the trans in and out of it. I had clutch problems all the time. I had a
Sucks.
McLeod twin disc explode. The outer disc came apart.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I had a quick time bell housing on it. Thank God. Because there
It
was...
came through the floor.
Oh, yeah, I probably would have been missing my right foot or something.
I was gonna say replay the clip of you last episode saying you and Manuels don't get along.
You're right.
Yeah.
But it was a good learning experience, and I learned that I'm going to do things different if I ever own another manual car. Like, my dream or goal relatively soon is to put a big block in the truck and take it off the street completely and then put the small block in like a crew cab Nova
Yeah.
NA deal and high RPM, of course, because I love RPM. Oh yeah, like
Manual then?
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yes,
256 or 5-speed or something. It'll have to be plated too for
That'd
sure.
be badass.
Yeah, like
I would like to see more CD09 swaps become popular.
yeah.
The CD09 takes a lot of RPM.
Really?
It's the Nissan Trans and like the 350 and 370Zs.
Yeah.
They take a lot of RPM and a lot of power.
They're actually really good
Is it
transmissions.
six speed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a 1-to-1 fifth gear, 6-speed. As opposed to the T56, which is 1-to-1
Yeah.
fourth.
Those are fun cars.
Yeah,
350s.
Damn, so you got to row through 5 gears.
to go to 1-to-1. It's not 2 overdrives. It's just got 1 overdrive then.
Yeah.
And it's probably got a better selection of gears. Like 256, I had a 292 first gear or something. That's the deepest gear. And the MT82s came with a 301 first.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty big difference.
I was going to say, those TR3650s got a steep ass first gear in
Yeah.
them. They're just dumb.
yeah.
The T45 is the same way. It's like a
Yeah.
338 to 1.
Yeah.
I do like 35 miles an hour in first
Yeah.
gear.
That's the way, that's the way it is in the Bullet. It's
Yeah.
just like,
But it's got that grunt, though. That's what
Yeah.
it needs.
yeah, it does.
Mine's got 410s in it, so I don't go anywhere in first gear. It's awful.
Yeah. But she leave, though.
Yeah. It does sick, nasty burnouts. That's what's important.
It really does.
Yeah.
Ripper.
Yep.
Just put a
Capital R.
4L60 in her.
No.
Unit.
No,
You get mad at my
You gotta
buddy
do the-
Mitch's Bullet then.
Why?
It's a 6.0 with a 4L60.
Why would I be mad at that?
I need a refill.
I don't know,
I'm not
Brady.
a purist.
We're going to break the whiskey
You know
out?
that.
You're not a boomer?
I mean, we can.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I've talked about putting the
He
big
did
block
blow it
in
up
that.
within like a
I
week.
bought a K member to put a big block in that thing.
Hey.
I'm really bad.
He did blow up the 4L60 to like in the first week.
Imagine that. We're going to need that glass
That's
bottle
because
out of
it
there.
wasn't
Ethan is a
Built
great.
like yours.
Oh, let's just pass them down here.
Yeah, we're going to need the. Yeah, Ethan
thank you.
is a fantastic guest and brought.
I bring gifts. I come bearing gifts.
Yeah.
Salty caramel.
Yeah, it's what you call an angry Mexican, a salty caramel.
Whoa.
Sorry, I can't say that.
You're
Nah,
going to be
you
in the
said
shit
it.
house. No, I'm joking.
We're going to have to delete that.
Edit that out. I've got a trash. I told you it's going to bump your mic all day.
Hey, it's okay. As long as we don't hit the truck again.
Just don't touch tips.
We.
It was your fault.
Jesus, Brett. Just don't touch tips.
Don't look each other in the eye.
It's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, you were a good guess. You bring these too?
I did. You want another one?
My man. Maybe.
Where'd you,
crack
where'd
the
you
door.
get him at?
You can buy those just about anywhere they sell
Yeah, that's up
cigars.
to him.
They just come in this little tin. They got 10 of them in here. $25.
Oh, that's
good.
Not a bad deal. Yeah. You know, the first last guess that we're gonna have to do this. Last guess was hold on.
Holla priest. That's good.
It's tasty.
That is.
It's tasty.
Not
My
for me.
bad, my bad,
I'm
my
not
bad.
doing it. I'm too tired. for
Smart,
that shit.
smart.
I'm too
Okay,
sweet.
I'll
I'm in
take
the
yours.
truck.
Personal unit.
No Cummins. You can't be drunk and drive that thing.
Lauren told me I could sleep on the couch.
Yeah, you're right.
So shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It happens.
Oh,
not
first
that
guess.
important.
So first guess, Ben does some sick, nasty burnouts.
He
It
did.
brings us some cigars, booze. I mean,
It evens out.
people are gonna have to. Yeah,
We're gonna have to step it up.
Yeah, well, this is gonna be an expectation for
Okay.
guests now. They
Set-
either bring
setting the bar real high.
bring gifts or bring.
I drove
Burnouts.
the 4-cylinder S10 today, so I can't really do burnouts.
We got
I know
got
those
prep.
can do burnouts. Is it
Yeah.
stick?
It is.
Okay, yeah, I know
some
those
glass
can do
cleaner?
burnouts. I owned
Listen, they're
one.
not my neighbors. I mean, if you want to pour water in the ground, I'll try it.
Not here.
Probably not in base.
I've ripped a wheel off the ground, pulled a wheel on one of those units. Those are
Yeah?
powerhouses.
Yeah. Everyone keeps asking me when I'm going to put an LS in it, but it's like
I
not
love those
reliable
trucks.
daily, so.
They are the
Yeah.
you can't blow that thing up. I
Yeah.
promise you. I bought one. It was our neighbors. It sat there for like the whole time. I remember probably like 5-6 years longer, probably.
Yeah.
It always was there, and I got of age to I had the Fox body, and I'm like, man, I want something else, just something I can just tear up.
Yeah.
So I went and knocked on their door and asked if they'd sell it, and I think we bought it for like $300 or something. There wasn't a radio in it. There was a delete panel. Pure work truck, had an old toolbox in the back, dry rotted tires, 4-cylinder, 5-speed, had oil in it. Hey.
Yeah.
She's a beater.
Pump some gas.
Yeah.
I tore the shit out of that truck. I'd raced everybody just for fun, blowing gears, doing burnouts. It'd be like winter time, and all we do is just take it out and drift with it. We get out of school, me and my buddy or whoever get in the car. It's like, all right, let's just go drift, and we just drift side streets.
Yeah.
They're
It was so fun. We'd park it at the bottom of a hill and see if I can make it up.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of times. That thing is, we had
they're
like
tanks, man.
350 pounds of sand in the back.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like a locked diff in the rear. I had
Yeah,
a
I
square
don't have
body
that.
for a while that had a welded diff. Man, that
Yeah.
thing was a snowmobile. It was amazing.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It was a little unit though.
I bought that thing for $1,500
Yeah.
We
a
manual
couple years
swapped
ago.
it.
Manual swapped it right here.
That was actually pretty easy to do. It was
Yeah.
just straightforward swap.
It had a
Yeah.
blown up 4L60, believe it or not.
The Honda 22?
Yeah, which is weird. It takes a lot. It's hard for a 2.2 to kill a transmission, but it killed that 4L60. So
Damn.
I think the previous owner was pulling like his jet skis or something and
Smoked it.
smoked it.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
they get hot.
You
that.
can't pull jet skis with a 4L60.
That thing.
You got to have a 40,000 BTU cooler on those things.
Yeah, and fans. And
Yeah.
Fans, you got
Air
to have.
ducting and-
Yeah.
Because remember, we pulled the external cooler off.
Yeah, we're like, what the hell is this?
Like
How small was it? Just like
when we manual swapped it, I was like, oh look, the cooler line's been patched. Oh, weird.
Yeah, wonder why it blew up.
At the time, $1,500 for one of those trucks was a lot. After
Yeah.
I wrecked it, the insurance company gave me a lot more than that for it. So.
Yeah, now it's got a Bravada front end on it. It actually looks pretty cool with the Bravada front end on
Bravada
it.
pickup, man.
Yeah,
Super rare. 101.
yeah. It didn't look too bad, but yeah,
I
it
like
was
it.
the swap was easy. I mean, where the clutch master goes, there was a cutout in the firewall. Just had to punch through it and all that. It was
They stamp all the firewalls out exactly the same. They just don't punch the hole through on the automatic trucks. So
get in there and
just knock
hog
that
it
out
out. Yeah. Hit it with that air saw.
Yeah.
we did it right here.
Yep.
Yeah. We cut my hood of my car right here.
Nice.
Hacked a
Yeah.
hole in the front of my bed with it.
Yeah.
Yep, she's in there.
This garage has seen some action.
Worked good.
Yeah. Actually, Russ Freeman's Corvette was built in here. Not the way it is now, but before he bought it, it was built in this garage.
That's legit.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of shit that gets built in a single car garage.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have the best setup though, because you've got the 2 car upstairs.
Yeah,
then
this
this
is the
little
only
unit
house
down
on
here.
our block like this. I mean, there's other houses have walkouts, but not a door,
Yeah.
garage door, and it's kind of private too, because
It's crazy.
Yeah,
you would never guess.
it's nice because not everybody can see what I have. Yeah, I kind of like it that way.
You ain't dick swinging.
What?
Eh?
Oh, he is. Is your truck in the garage upstairs?
Yeah,
It's wild.
That's a dick
that
swing.
thing.
Yeah,
that
that's a
thing
dick
fits in
swing.
there.
Double
Dude.
dick
Right
swinging.
there.
before I bought that truck, I was like,
Oh, it's sexy.
we're gonna have to. I measured the garage like 6 times. I'm like,
Tight fit.
yeah, it's in there like swimwear for sure.
You got the tennis ball hanging, so you know.
No, but I got race ramp parking blocks.
Nice.
But you can't walk around it. Like it's got enough room I can get out of the driver's door, but I mean it's inches away from the roof, and yeah, it's in there.
the first time I watched you pull that in, I was like, "There's no fucking way."
I was like, oh,
It just squeezed right in.
yeah,
Like my goodness.
Hell yeah.
wife can park her car in there and all that good stuff. Which that's what really matters.
Is it a 4-door or is it a extended cab or
It's a crew cab long bed dually.
It fits in the garage.
Yeah, I'll show you when.
It's a nice
Jesus
rig.
Christ.
Yeah, she's in there.
It's snug.
It is very snug, but it, like I said,
you don't drive her much, right?
no, I don't.
You don't
Diesel
do that
feels
for
expensive, but I don't know. It's my first brand new truck I ever bought, and it's my baby.
How many miles are on that mug?
13,000 now.
I put that on my truck in like 2 months.
Yeah,
I'd love to get one like that.
Yeah,
something.
I'd want something like that.
yeah.
New truck, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I
my truck's
worked my ass
uncomfortable.
off for that. It was really hard to stay focused to be able to afford that, but now it's like,
Yeah.
I made it, but I was like, man, all that money could have been like,
Yeah.
But you got to have something to pull.
Being able to
exactly.
haul it around comfortably though is nice. I'm definitely getting that appeal
In
now.
its style.
Yeah,
Matching,
my truck pulling.
black on black.
Next is a
you
trailer.
get 2 people in my truck front in the back seat's terrible in my 2007 Dodge.
Yeah,
Hey,
but the
it's
back
better
seat,
than my truck.
the back seat's small in that truck to begin with. But I
I
mean,
like a new one. The new Cummins they're
everything's
huge.
bigger on the new
yeah, they're
trucks.
huge.
Yeah.
It's like a mega cab, but they're not.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're crazy.
Just being able to like comfortably and safely haul your car around is awesome. Like so far I've driven my car to every single race it's gone to and it's super terrifying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't have,
easy
I
enough.
don't have a tow pig either.
yeah.
It's gotta make it work. It's kind of interesting though.
It-
I think I will. If I ever get a trailer, I'll look back at the days of when I just drove it all the time, and you'll kind of like.
But
Yeah,
it's
think about that
I give
too.
mad respect to guys like you that drive your car to the race and you beat the shit. Especially what you do, autocross.
Yeah.
You
I
beat
don't-
the fuck out of that
That's
car.
way harder.
I
on
do
it.
not
Yeah,
hold
like,
back.
No,
at all.
he does not.
That's his is way more impressive than mine. I would have to say.
Well,
that.
I mean,
yeah.
It
No.
kind of depends. I mean, I feel like drag racing is really, really hard on drive line stuff.
yeah, I guess I am.
Don't
on
take
drive.
anything away from what you do.
Yeah,
either.
like-
Yeah.
Like what I do beats on suspension and brake a whole lot, but like when
Yeah.
you're beating and banging gears going down a drag strip, like it's
Yeah.
so hard on the drive line.
any form of racing is hard on cars, but
true.
Well,
when you
loading
drive
up on
it
the
too,
trailer is annoying though.
if
If you're out racing and you have
It's
to
a
do it
whole
3 or
fu-
4 times a night, yeah,
it's a whole production.
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie, like you feel like such a man when you get home. Like when you go to the track and you race all day and you drive it home.
Yeah. I felt
Like,
like my balls
I'm a
were
bad
like
son of a
fucking
bitch.
giant, dude.
It's
It's like
yeah.
I felt proud because
Yeah.
I took my kid like
Very
and to have my
rewarding.
kids in the back. I drove them
Yeah.
all the way there, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna drop them off at grandma. I'm heading to the track. First pass,
Nail it.
go 970s. I'm like, well, all I really wanted was a 9 today. So, all right, let's pack up, go pick up the kids, go to a car show, hang out.
Keep the same
That'd be like-
tires
that's
on
the
it.
shit.
Everyone's like, hey, how's it going? It's like, I just got back from the track. What'd it run? Like, went 972, and I just drove from Kansas City here.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
get in the car, have the kids in it. All right, let's go home. Pull right in the garage, shut
That
the
is-
door.
that is
It's
so
bad.
cool.
It makes
That
you
is
feel like a
badass.
Yeah, that
badass.
is
I used
so
to do that
cool.
all the time. I
Yeah.
drive my slicks. I lived on gravel,
God, it
and I
makes you
drive
feel
the
cool.
slicks on gravel, and we'd go all the way to Kansas City, race 5 or 6 times, and come home
I used to do that all the time.
with the
in
4L60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to drive from Harrisonville to Front Street in the truck.
At 55.
Yeah. 411s.
yeah.
It's a different kind of
Yeah.
feeling.
Turbo
when you do
400,
that.
355.
It's like peak anxiety all day.
Yeah.
It re-
Oh, don't break, don't
Yeah.
break, and then but when you get home, man, that feeling of accomplishment
Yeah.
is wild.
I don't even. It's weird. That car. Something about that car just exudes. I think it's honestly. I think it's testament on the guy that I had do it all for. Basically, get it all together for me. He is so meticulous,
Yeah.
and I had pure confidence knowing that everything he went through that car, like
It was right.
his heart was in it, and
Yeah.
I'm like. I had a really good, like I was confident in it.
Yeah.
I just went, didn't have a tool with me. I'm like,
Yep.
it's good.
Damn.
I believe in it. And you know what? That's the way I always was in it. And I had so much more fun relaxing.
Yeah.
The only time I used to take tools with me, but everyone else used to use them. I never had to use them.
Yeah.
everyone else had to.
Yeah, but as soon as you didn't take the tools with you, your shit would
We
break.
didn't take anything with. We didn't
That's
take
how my luck
anything
is.
with us to Indiana, and I usually have my pack out, jack stands. I just just
You
in
never
case.
know. Yeah.
I'm the same way. I popped the trunk of the Mustang the night before an event, and I put my jack in there, jack stands, race ramps, tools, like
Yeah.
extra fluids, everything.
Yeah.
I have a whole system. It goes in the trunk of my car.
yeah.
I brought some tools to the racetrack. I did do that, but I did not.
Expect
Most
to
of the time, I feel like somebody who would drive a car like mine that far would probably pack like something, like some kind of tools, and I normally don't. I don't
And
know.
most of the time, if it's going to break, it's going to be catastrophic.
I don't know. I used to be so scared of that. That's the way it is. It's like scared to drive your shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm scared, worrying about what can go wrong and this and that.
Yeah.
And
But-
there's a few guys that are my like dad's buddies that I admire because they're getting in their 71 Dart and just getting in it, and it's like, let's go to Minnesota, on some big Mopar cruise,
Yeah.
and they're out there driving that motherfucker,
Yeah.
and it's like, it's not like, I mean, it's a great car, it's a solid car, but it's not like a show car or anything
Right.
like that. I mean, he built it himself, and it's a freaking badass car. And he just was like, if anything happens, if it breaks, we'll fix it and we'll figure it out. And I'm just going.
Yeah.
I'm
Road
going. I'm
kills.
enjoying it.
You
I'm
gotta
like,
you gotta have that
hell yeah.
mentality.
that is badass.
No matter what happens,
You know?
we're gonna fix it.
Like
Yeah.
I want to be
That's
like
just-
that. I don't want to worry. I want to just
Yeah.
let's have
Yeah.
fun, because I'm not. If you
That's
sit around
yeah.
worrying about shit that
Yeah.
You won't
is-
drive it.
You
you'll
gotta
never
enjoy
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
You gotta
my-
enjoy it. Yeah.
My grandpa he's probably owned 4,000 cars in his lifetime, buying and selling. Like that's what he did. Barely drove them,
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like that.
but I mean
Another
that's
one?
what he liked to do.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, if that floats your boat,
He was happy enough having the cars.
yeah, that's the
He
way.
enjoyed that enough.
That's the way
That
some
was okay
people
for
are.
him. But to me, I'm gonna drive the piss out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way some people
That's
are.
what they're for.
They really are.
Yeah. I didn't build it to look at it.
Yeah,
You know, sit around and let it look pretty.
that's for sure.
We need to crack the garage door or something.
Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want.
Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah, I didn't know. I will have another one of those little units.
Oh, well, here you go.
Oh my man.
I already got one for you.
Right.
I don't know where the cutter went. I lost.
I got.
He's
You
over
got
there.
it? All right.
Man, there's been so many times this
You need another one down there?
I'm good. I'm good.
There's been so many times this podcast that I've been so tempted to make Fast and Furious jokes with between the cutter and somebody said something earlier. I'm
I'll
like,
take my cutter back.
I'll take my gun back.
I was like, man, there was something else that somebody said, and it was just like, man, it's just
I have family.
I'm trying to hold back.
Yeah.
That's that new Fast and Furious bullshit. I haven't seen one. I haven't watched one since the third.
It's-
swear
I
to
don't
God.
watch until they come
They're
out.
so
for
bad.
free.
The third, I called her quits at that point.
No, the fourth and fifth one were bad, but then they just
They're
started.
less about
It's more like
cars.
action movie, getting
Yeah.
shot up and
I
stuff.
watched the one with the Paul Walker tribute, and then after that, I was done.
It's
I
just
just- the
it's
new
just
one
a freaking action movie.
Looks so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the rocket ship on the last one was pretty far out there.
They're not even good action movies though. Like it's so far fetched and like
Yeah.
wild and
like
dumb.
they would all have died a million times
Oh,
over
yeah.
in any one of those wrecks.
like The Rock falls out of a 10-story building and
yeah, he's
the
a-
next like not a scratch.
yeah.
I don't need this sling. Like,
He's all baby oiled up.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what's like action movies? You guys have like a favorite action movie, or what do you think's like a good action movie?
Full Metal Jacket.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
the,
I love
the
Full
older
Metal
school
Jacket.
ones I think are more. They're
Yeah.
better because they're not so far out. The ones that are good to me are the ones that are like, oh, he got hit with a crowbar 20 times and he's still alive.
Platoon. Have you guys
know.
ever seen
Yeah,
Platoon?
Platoon's
That's a
good.
good one too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Platoon's really good.
I can spend a lot of time talking about old car movies. I love car movies like pre-CGI.
Okay, what's your favorite car movie? Of
The
all
Gumball
time?
Rally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
think I've seen that.
From the
What?
It's from like
seen
'76
it.
or something.
Do they still do the Gumball Rally?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they
should
do
do
they do
that.
the Cannonball Run and stuff.
yeah.
That'd be
My
cool.
Not so legal.
my favorite car movie of all time is Smokey and the Bandit.
That's
Classic.
a good one.
That's a good
That's
one.
that's
That's hard to
my
beat.
jam. It's what I grew up on. I
Yeah.
love it.
I like
The
that.
way he drives that car in that movie is how I drive my car, like
Badass.
all the time.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys never saw. Have you ever saw? I think it's A Cop and a Half, and it's got Arnold Schwarzenegger and this like little black kid.
No,
You never
I
seen
don't
it?
know.
Am I the only person that's seen
I
this
don't know what
movie?
you're talking
Probably.
about.
He drove a 67, 68 blue Camaro, and they just
Beat the fuck out
Beat
of
on
it.
it.
yeah. I mean, they're roll. Maybe it's not. There's definitely a little black kid. Maybe it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. That might be Kindergarten Cop. I think
That's
I'm confused.
Kindergarten
Yeah.
Cop.
Yeah, but there is definitely a little black kid, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe he isn't black. Maybe that's Kindergarten. Anyway, Cop and a Half. I know. No. Burt Reynolds. Jesus. Burt Reynolds. And
That is way off.
Burt Reynolds
And
is
it was
the
a
main
Mexican
guy.
kid.
And
Yeah.
the kid, I can't remember if he's black. He might be white.
Christ,
We'll
Brady.
have to put it up there. Great movie, though. You should it's a good movie. Burt Reynolds is the man because,
He is.
hey, so killed it, Smokey and the Bandit. Now he's driving this Camaro.
He was also in
he's
Cannonball.
got
Had one of those cars.
just-
he was in the Cannonball Run movies too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which are great
Oh, he's
movies.
a car guy.
I think
He is.
my favorite car, it's not a car movie, but it's got one of the most well-known chases is the Bullet.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Bullet's
you can't,
a classic.
You can't beat that. Mustang versus Dodge.
Did anyone watch?
Ford versus Ferrari is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a
it's a
good
good
one.
one.
It's pretty
New,
good.
a good new
good
car
new
movie.
one.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
You guys ever watch any like old TV series with cars? Like, have you ever seen Rockford Files before?
No.
I've not.
No, nothing. Man,
Fucking
Just
Topeki.
Batman.
God,
no, dude,
yeah.
it's an old.
He's like,
He's an old soul.
No.
He hangs out with old guys all day.
no, this is
Yeah.
actually fun. This is funny because I'm the youngest one here because it's an old series, but he's a detective and he's got a 71 Firebird Brown, no wing, and they call it the Rockford move, or that's what I believe it's trademarked under, but he'd hit it in reverse and then he'd flip around like if someone's going this way and he's going
J-turn.
this way.
Oh, yeah.
He would do it, and he made. I think honestly, he's probably one of the ones that made it famous. It was a long series that went for a long time. You can still watch it today. It's a
Roadkill
really good
references
one.
it as the Rockford Files move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Time.
There's another one, Nash Bridges. That was a
I loved
detective
that show
the
when I was a
CUDA.
kid with the CUDA.
Yeah, it's got like a 71,
CUDA was awesome.
70 CUDA,
Oh,
big block, shaker hood,
What is it?
convertible, white interior.
Dirty Mary.
Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry.
Yes, that's
An awesome
That's
movie.
another good
I haven't
movie.
seen that
That's a
movie.
good Mopar
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, if you're a Mopar guy, you got to watch
What's
that
the,
movie.
what's the? Is it American Graffiti where they they chain the cop car axle up to the light pole and he takes off and rips the rear end out from under the car? Is that American Graffiti?
Oh, I
yeah.
don't remember
which
what
movie
you're
that
talking
happened
about.
What movie? It's
Was
not.
Hollywood Nights? Was that one?
I don't remember, but I've seen that scene before.
I think that's
can't
American
think of it. I think it
Graffiti.
is.
It might be.
A 2-lane blacktop. You see,
Yeah,
that's a good
I
one.
haven't
Such
seen
a
that
great
one
movie.
yet, but I've heard of it.
That's a good one.
Dazed and Confused is a really
Yeah.
another great, just a great movie, but it's
funny 'cause
car-related
You know what's
too.
funny as fuck is the guy that painted my truck, Trenton Clark, TKF Motorsports. Shout out to him. Need any body work done? Use him.
That's fucking truck is.
I
would
Mint.
I would
Mint.
get. I mean,
I'd make
creme
sweet,
de la
sweet
creme.
love to it.
Oh man, it's a mirror.
he did a fantastic
Great
job on
job.
it.
Great job.
But
Props.
I went to a shop the other day. I dropped my motor plate off to him. He had.
This thing's getting a little
We're gonna be sweeping up tonight.
Yeah, it's all good. He had the Dazed and Confused Chevelle there.
Really?
Black with white stripes, big block, 4-speed, all original. I'm like,
fucking horsepower.
Is
I
that-
was like, ooh.
Fucking horsepower.
He's like,
awesome.
He's over there wet sanding, and I'm like, yeah, you can go ahead and just roll that into my garage.
Yeah.
Pizza cutters over there.
dope.
Man, that is badass.
Oh, dude, it was
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Have you guys ever seen the original Gone in 60 Seconds?
yes,
Yeah.
Like 45-minute car chase.
yeah.
That was not supposed to happen.
That was legit. That was real
Yeah.
LA police chasing that guy.
They could not get the permits to make that scene, so he just went, "All right, cool, I'm gonna go." He just hopped in the car and took off.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Seriously.
like most of that chase is real.
Really? That's
I did
fucking
not know
crazy.
that.
I didn't know that either.
I've seen it, but I did not know that.
Yeah.
That is
and then
peak not giving a fuck.
the remake with Nicolas Cage.
It's
where he's like,
it's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
let's ride.
Lowrider, Johnny, Lowrider.
yeah.
Oh god.
But yeah, you can't discredit that movie either. The new Eleanor. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to fix me. He's like, oh, come on, baby.
So very interesting, and I don't know, you being the Mustang guy over here knows more about that, but I've heard that they were suing or sending out cease and desist letters on Eleanor tribute cars,
Really?
saying,
Yeah.
and they were like,
That's true.
yeah.
The B is for, I think it was B is for Build, built an Eleanor replica, and they actually took him to court and actually took the car from
Yeah.
him. Like,
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Sued
own
him.
somebody.
Or
I don't
cease
remember
and
who.
desist, I believe.
Somebody owns the rights to that car. Like
No
it's the
shit.
name. It's not the car. It's the name. The name
Oh.
Eleanor. You cannot build a Mustang and call it an Eleanor.
Yeah.
Like you can build an Eleanor clone and call it Fred if you want to. That's
Right.
fine. But like, you can't call a Mustang Eleanor. It's
Wow, talk
copyrighted.
about
And,
just
Gay.
like
Yeah.
if you had that much money, like Jesse, be like, no, he calls Square Body Night Train.
yeah. And like,
If
it
you
might
do,
have been.
we're going to race for it.
Yeah.
Race for the name.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty
It's
stupid,
wild.
though.
That
Yeah.
is-
It's
that-
it's fucked up. And
Fucking legalities.
yeah. I want to say it was B is for Build was the YouTube channel that was building
I
it,
think it
and they
was.
took him to court and straight up took the car from him
That is,
crazy.
over copyright laws.
you know, that is stupid. Don't take the car. Just be like, just change the name of the car.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
why do you have to take it that far?
Don't refer to it as an Illinois. It's because Beats for Build made money off of it on YouTube.
Probably clickbait.
And so they were like, well, you're ganking all the money off the car because of views, because you're putting Eleanor in the title. So we want it. Or give us X amount of dollars. And
$10 million.
you know, that's how rich get rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that, Joss.
But yeah, for boys
You're fucking hot, bud.
God damn it! Put a brownie on it or something.
tapping away.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I got any chrome left over here before the end of the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you
suck
sign
on
that
it, old
spot.
son.
Brett, if you think I don't know how to light,
Look, this man smoked some weed in his time, okay? He knows how to light up.
He's from Topeka.
never, dude.
He's from Topeka. He smoked weed. I'm just kidding. I'm from Raytown. I've never smoked weed, so
Yeah. I've never smoked weed.
I got
Yeah,
that
I've
government
never
job. I
smoked
can't
any.
smoke weed.
I
Copy.
get drug tested.
Yeah,
I've never smoked weed.
yeah. I got
Are you
the.
serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. Is that surprising to you?
I've never done it either. I'm not gonna lie.
Sheesh.
I've been around people that've done it, but I've never.
I have no
I
beef
hate
with it,
the
but yeah,
smell
dude,
of
I'm
it.
like,
Damn.
I'm in the same boat as you. I
What,
get random
Brady?
drug tests, man.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I hate
can't
the
risk
smell
it
of
for the
weed.
biscuit.
Like everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, the worst it smells, but it's the best. I'm like, ugh.
Smells like I ran over a skunk.
Yeah,
I'm gonna insert that in my body.
smells
I'm gonna
dank.
insert that
Yeah.
into my body.
God. Yeah.
Shit.
It's so dank. Yes. Yeah.
Got that sticky, icky
Yeah.
That Pineapple Express.
shit. But yeah, there's all sorts of good movies. But what do you guys think takes? What would it take for a new guy to get into racing? I know it's something you want to talk about a little bit.
What kind of racing? Are we going to do drag racing?
I would say just racing
No,
in general.
no.
like,
Let's. We kind of touched onto that a little bit about etiquette, obviously. but
Okay.
But you're
So-
talking about like what would be the best
Oh.
platform?
No,
like,
no,
money
like-
wise,
what
or-
it takes to get into it, just
yeah,
in general.
like if somebody was to be like, "Hey, that looks fun. I want to do it too."
I would say my first step I would do is figure out what kind of racing you like, get on YouTube and find someone who's really good at it, or that's at least decent at it and fun to watch, and
it
tells
knows her shit.
and is informative. Find one, because here's the thing: if you love drag racing per se, you can learn a decent amount by watching Cletus, but not like some of these other guys. Like, because he's all about the action, which is good for the viewer. But there's a lot of not as popular channels out there that's given up like game. Like they're not getting a lot of things, but they're giving up tons and tons of game, and you can learn so much. And I think the average person learns the most by like hands-on or visual experience similar to that. You can get on forums all day, and a lot of people are dickheads on forums. They'll be like, this has been posted 1,000 times, or same way with Facebook.
Right.
Use
And I
the
don't know
search
about
function.
you.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've done that, and I think if you're a car guy, you're gonna do that at some point, and everyone should dive through forums late at night, and everyone will get to that point, some point or another in their car journey.
Educate themselves.
Yeah,
it's
but
not a great place to learn.
I
And
like doing my own thing though. Like some people just want to do it their own way and their own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's a
that's
lot
fair.
of
Don't be afraid to do your own thing.
Yep,
Ever.
figure it out.
But I mean, if you're wanting to like compete, and like say no prep drag racing, street racing,
You gotta educate
I'd
yourself.
buy. You go out there and buy a roller.
Yeah.
I would say no
I
matter
wouldn't start from scratch.
Yeah.
I would buy a. It's the cheapest way to go.
It's
Is to buy
definitely
a
easier.
roller.
Yeah, I would say that or a turnkey car because
Yeah.
you can't build.
You know, for what you could buy one for.
You
can't
could buy
build it.
a turnkey 8-second car for $20,000 right now.
Yeah.
You can't build it for that.
No, fuck no.
To touch on what you said, as far as like the first thing is figure out what you want to do,
Yeah.
and
Big
then
time.
and then go like if you wanna do dirt track racing, like just go to a dirt track.
Yeah.
Ask the best thing I ever did was get over my fear of asking questions.
Yeah.
Like do not be afraid to ask questions.
There's no wrong question.
Get yourself into the pits and just be that annoying kid that won't stop asking questions because that is the fastest way to learn.
I agree with you. I
Yeah.
think you just be a fair warning. You are going to run into probably some of the most dickhead people in the world, and you're also
yeah.
going to run into some really nice people.
Very true.
Or go to a shop where they work on them all the time. Like I go to Blake's shop once a week, twice, or once a month, whatever. I just go down there, just say hey or whatever. And he'll be talking about something, and I just shut up. And sometimes you ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, but also shut your mouth, use your ears, because I have learned so much from Blake and several other people just by listening.
Yeah.
That's
Because
Very true.
if you surround yourself by people that do it all the time, you're going to learn something.
yeah.
My dad used to tell me all the time, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth so you could listen twice as much as you talk.
Yeah, no shit.
Yep.
That
That's
is
true.
very true.
Mostly to make me shut up, but it rings true today.
No, it's true.
You can learn something new every day.
Most importantly, though, listen to the right people.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of
there's a
dumbasses
lot
out
of
there. And
misinformation
a
out
lot of
there.
people can steer you the wrong way. So you got to make sure the people you are talking to are legit.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a possibility if you're starting out from ground zero, you might not be able to get around that legit person. So,
No.
you may have to, as long as you're around good people, that's important. There's good people that may not know much, but they know some. And you might have to meet that person and learn up into the point of their knowledge level, and then find, you find other people or you research and do things. But I mean, you got to be around good people, and which are very hard to find, and that's very important. And some of your people that know the most and who are most willing to give up the game are probably the older gentlemen.
Yeah.
They're your boomers,
The old man, the
they're-
old man on YouTube. What is it? The
Old
Street
Man's
Racing Channel's
Garage.
dad. Yeah,
Yeah.
the old
Yeah.
man's garage.
You can learn
Yeah.
so much about
Yeah, that
carburetors.
man. Yeah, he's got a lot. He does that. He enjoys that. The education bit.
Yeah.
Chiefs. I think
Oh,
Chief,
dude, he's so
Chief
smart.
explains stuff the most confusing stuff in the world the most simple way. I think.
He can dumb it down enough to
Yeah.
make anybody understand.
Makes sense. And this stuff is
It's
very
complicated.
complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated, man.
4-link stuff or whatever.
Well, and going back, like me and Jesse said, buying a turnkey car, I was thinking about that. The other issue is someone that wants to get into drag racing and buying a turnkey car.
XFWD, man.
You have to start out like, you can't just jump in a 1,500 horsepower car and expect to.
Yeah.
You'd be scared shitless.
Don't be afraid to start slow.
Well, I mean,
You have to start slow.
you got to start somewhere, and going 8s is not.
Yeah.
I mean,
You probably would start going 12s.
If the fastest thing you've ever driven is, your mom's 16-second car, daily driver mom van or whatever, like a 12-second car is going to feel like a rocket ship.
Yeah.
An absolute rocket.
Yeah.
Well, especially like even if you've been fast and you haven't done it in a while, getting in a 12-second car is going to feel fast.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm scared shitless to go. First lick in the truck. I mean, it's like, holy fuck! I got to get
shakedown
re-antiquated.
pass.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Me too.
Yeah,
Turn
you
the
get,
boost down, just
yeah.
Oh, it's
You got to
nerves
relearn
are-
it. Yeah.
I'm
You're sitting there
nervous.
shaking.
I was telling people yesterday. I mean, even just the brake when me and Jesse got in my car and we went out, and I was like, holy fuck! I lifted because I was just like, I mean, I stayed in it for a minute, but I lifted out of fear, honestly, because I was just like, Jesus, that just felt so violent.
Yeah.
And going into tomorrow, I'm going to be tuning the car, and I sent him something. I'm like, I'm going to be shitting my pants because first of all, I'm riding in the car, not driving. That's a big difference.
That's
But
a huge
also,
difference.
I mean, just over the winter, this is everybody, even some of these fastest guys. I mean, the first time back in your car after just winter is like, I mean, it feels crazy.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it feels like a whole new car again, something.
You drive your 90 horsepower daily every day, and then you get in something with a little bit of balls, and it's like, oh my God.
Right. But no. Oh yeah, for sure. It's
so you got to drive that turbo diesel every day.
I drive a 4-cylinder S10 every day, man. Like,
Hey, that mug's a unit.
yeah.
Yeah,
But it ain't fast. I've learned
But
I just don't
You get in
pass.
so much trouble though driving a fast car every day.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
If you're
That's
commuting
true.
a long time.
yeah. Hell,
Yeah.
I remember when we all used to go to Sadler's, the indoor go kart
Up,
track.
yeah.
It was gas powered carts, and they would go like 45.
Yeah.
Dude, that
But
hurt.
we'd go there in the winter, and we would literally go there driving normal as a group, like 4 or 5 cars. And then we would leave there and literally race each other after we left there.
All pumped up on adrenaline,
Yeah, because I mean, we
Yeah.
do 2 10-minute sessions back to back,
Yeah.
and your forearms are,
On
Yeah.
fire.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun as
And you
fuck.
might die from CO2 poisoning.
Yeah,
Dude, when I get done
Oh,
racing,
yeah.
That
I'm
was
like,
bad.
Yeah.
That's why they shut it down.
That place was so fun though.
Yeah.
It was. Well,
I
you can go
miss
do
it.
the electric ones in Ray. Is it Raytown?
Now
Or
they just
Raymore?
the Extreme Grand Prix. Yeah, they just closed it.
What?
Yep.
It's been closed
It's
for a
very
while.
very sad.
It was
another one that opened up
I don't know.
recently, isn't there?
Yeah.
Independence.
They opened a new one, but I don't know anything about
I
it.
think it'd be cool to get a group of buddies and just because they did classes. Like you could
Yeah.
go up there and race. Like,
Yeah, if you had
a-
like 4 or 5 people, you could go race each other. They'd
Yeah.
send you out in your own group.
Yeah, it's like like a slow pitch softball league. You know.
Oh,
It's
you're
just like
saying like a legit
a league? Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah. I would
But
say
It'd be fun.
it'd be cool to just for all of us go out.
So when I build my new shop, I'm thinking like 100 by 100. We'll
Dude.
just get go karts.
That's what
I'm
a
thinking.
go kart track in the shop.
That's what I'm thinking.
that would be a ton of
Because
fun.
Bryce says he'd sell me some acreage, and there's a nice flat piece up on a hill.
You gonna build a house?
I'm gonna build a huge. Yeah, I'm done fucking around. It's gonna be the biggest thing I could build.
You gonna build a house?
They're
you?
qualifying
yeah,
the
100
imports.
by
I'm
100,
so
80 by 100,
so
14-foot ceilings.
You need a
engraved
loan?
right now.
Yeah.
I might.
798.
We'll have to talk.
184. Look at the mile
It'll
an
probably
hour.
be within
With
the
a
next
four-cylinder.
6-7 months.
Yeah.
I'll be.
yeah,
getting
that's
dirt work
not
done.
my thing.
Yeah,
But
I like the
we'll
imports.
see.
I'm not gonna lie.
The Dodge Neon SRT is pretty cool.
Yeah. But anyway, the other thing I would say is kind of figure out. It goes back to figuring out what you want to do, but like pick a class, pick something you can kind of work towards. Like if you want to be competitive, like because in autocross, I see guys all the time that come in like, oh yeah, I'm going to build an autocross car. Like okay, well, like for what class? Oh, I don't know. Well, then what are you even doing? You know, because like you don't. You know, because like with SEC, with like autocross and road racing, the wrong mod will bump you into a class you can't compete in. They're very touchy. The SCCA is, so it's like kind of figure out what you want to do. You know, if you want to, the best thing you can do, in my opinion, is buy a stock car. If you want to go autocross and road racing, buy a stock car, put good tires on it, and just go drive and
Learn.
figure out what you're doing. Because having a fast car does not get you anywhere.
Yeah, just dip your toe into it
Yeah.
and see what you like, and maybe it may not be what you want.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to go drifting, or maybe
Yeah.
you want to go drag
Or
racing.
if you want to go drag racing, like you don't want to spend a lot of money on, and just to find out this is not my cup of tea.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I think something people need to understand too is that if you're new to racing, understand the liability behind it, because some people take out their daily driver,
Yeah.
$35,000 car they
Very
have a
true.
loan on.
Yeah, do
and they
not-
go out there and do it. And
Yeah.
they don't understand that if you wad it up on turn 2,
Do not take your only car to the racetrack. I watched a guy do that this last year at Topeka. He had a 2021 Bullet Mustang, and
Fuck.
like third session out of the day, wadded it up. I mean, totaled it.
and he's on he has to pay for that.
Yeah.
Insurance is not covering that shit.
And
No, 'cause
yeah.
you're
that was
racing
his
it.
daily driver.
Exactly.
And super nice guy. I felt bad for him, but it was like, look, man,
You don't think about what's going to go wrong.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it
you
can
just think
happen
about the good times.
anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's on a road course or a drag strip. It can go wrong so fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time. It's not even fun.
Yeah. Haggerty, I don't know about like the drag racing role, but in road racing, you can actually buy track day insurance. Like
Yeah.
Haggerty offers track day insurance, so you can actually, if he had bought track day insurance, his car would be covered.
That shit's fucking expensive as fuck.
It is, but in a worst case scenario, it's worth it.
Do you have that?
No.
Do you know anybody who has that?
Well, I also don't take my only car to the racetrack.
Right, I know. I'm just
I drive an S95 Mustang.
don't
Like if
just-
I wad my car up, I'll buy a shell tomorrow for $500.
Well,
I
that's
don't really care.
and this is the point. This is the point where I'm getting to is understanding that, because I think a lot of people do not, especially when you're getting into it. You're thinking about everything else, but you're not thinking about what could go wrong.
Safety,
And
yeah.
safety is very important.
Very true.
Understand your safety. Talk to your SCCA.
guy.
I'm sure can probably get you in touch with somebody that understands the tech or what needs to happen for that to be able to do that properly. You need to be ready for what goes wrong. But most important, well, that's very important. But I'm just saying, I don't think a lot of people really think about what's the insurance thing about the car. So understand that, maybe having a car that's not the prettiest thing, depending on the racing you're doing or how often you're racing, because you don't necessarily, I can get in the drag racing side, I think a lot of people can probably get their thrill off of not technically doing competitive racing, just kind of racing their own race. Meaning you have your own milestones you want to hit. You want to run a 10. You want to run a 9. You don't really have to be competitive for a sense or enter any classes or anything like that. But you just understand your own lane. Don't get distracted by what everyone else is doing, what their goals are. Set your own goals. As crazy, as fast as those are or not, but just run your own race and do. Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Even
have
for
fun.
competitive guys, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Because then you're, I know that guy's fast. Or, well, if you're racing him, you got to race the road too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you really need to know what your car is capable of on that
Focus
road.
on you, go faster.
Because you might put too much in it, thinking, well, I got to put this much in it to race this guy. Well, you blow the tires off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even a race.
Go at your own pace for sure. Yeah. You can get in a lot of trouble quick trying to go way too fast anywhere.
And
Above
going
your
too
skill set.
fast, too quick, and changing too much.
Like, well, that car went around that corner that fast, so I can go around that corner that fast. Like, maybe not.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure there's a lot of that.
There's
that
a
kind
lot of
racing.
that.
Yeah. It's
I've seen more wrecks. I think I did 6 track days last year. I saw more wrecks on those 6 track days than I saw in years of drag racing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like people wad their shit up in a hurry
I'm
out there,
sure.
being just driving outside of their skill set,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
mainly is what it is. You gotta
sure
you have to kind of go at your own pace, man. Like if you're new, just be new.
Yeah.
Go embrace the suck.
Yeah.
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 Seriously, just go out. If you suck, go out and suck. It's okay. Go out and
Yeah.
suck because you get better.
I
You'll get
like
better
that.
over time.
Set bars for
and that's,
yourself, not
and
other
that's
people.
too with people like fast guys are making fun of guys for being slow or whatever. It's like, who cares? If you're running 12, you're running 13.
I think there's probably less of that in your racing. I would imagine, right?
There is less of it. It's a lot more inviting. There's a lot less gatekeeping in
I don't
the.
think where ours is as much as inviting.
It's not. It's
Not at all.
gatekeeping is definitely a problem in the drag racing world, in my opinion. And I love drag racing, but there is a lot of it, and everyone kind of forgets, like, oh, I was that guy one time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had a
exactly.
stock car with.
You see the guy ripping
Drag
around
radio
in
on it.
you see a guy ripping around in a 16-second, V6 Mustang. Like, oh, what a dweeb. Like, that used to
He's
be
having
you,
fun.
man.
He's probably having more fun than we are.
that
Yeah.
car.
The car down the street with
Yeah.
a trailer.
As long as he's not being a freaking idiot,
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
donuts in the middle of the road. As long as he's racing and having a good
Yeah.
time and being somewhat
Yeah.
not an idiot.
being
but-
safe at least.
Yeah, exactly. But I totally agree with all that. Like, just know your own lane and
Yeah.
Cause that's how I started. I had my car with a radio on it, and I went out and met Toby and all them. And next thing you know, I'm 9-inch LS3 nitrous, and next thing you know, you're racing with the fast guys.
right. You are a fast guy now.
Yeah.
Instead of like, man, I would be cool to be one of those guys.
That's how it always was. Oh man, it'd be cool to be in that race,
Hey, man,
Yeah.
competition breeds innovation.
It really does.
It really does. I mean, if you surround yourself with fast people,
That's how we have the Summit catalog as thick as we do now. It's from trial and error and people wanting to go faster.
Well, yeah, and back in the day, those guys were really fast because they didn't have like today. You can go online and buy everything for your car if you buy a basic car. Like Brady can't just go on there and
I mean, basically,
at
this
it's a little
point-
more custom than.
how do I get
Mine
can I
is.
get a 9-inch for my BMW? That'd be great.
yeah.
I mean, we could measure and get measurements, and they could build them one. But
Yeah, but like
I could go on QuickTime and buy a 9-inch. I could go on there and
Yeah.
go to FTI, buy the
bolt it
400,
in.
and bolt
Yeah.
on the whole suspension on my car,
But
and be ready to go.
That's-
but compared to 30 years ago, like when our dads or our dad's friends or whoever was street racing back in the day, they had to go to the junkyard and be like, oh, this motor VIN or whatever, this motor came with these pistons and this motor came with
Yeah.
these rods, but if I got this block, I could bore it out to this big.
Yeah.
And but
Well, yeah.
they can mix and
and
match.
then the Vega
This is-
converter and all this.
This is something I think that our generation probably needs to think about, and a little bit older than us, is that we're in this generation where you're right. Our dads learned a lot of these things where I don't think their parents really passed it down. They were like the ones that were a lot of times pretty curious out there, figuring stuff out on their own, being the dumbasses that didn't know any better.
Yeah.
Where a lot of us in our generation are really fortunate to where we had somebody to give us the ropes.
yeah.
But not everyone has that. Not everyone
No, it's
has a
true.
dad that was a car guy, understands something about cars.
That brings up something else, though, is picking a car that has a lot of support is very helpful, like in anything.
Yeah,
Like,
you pick a
like
Fox
if you have a
body.
Camaro, if you have a Fox body or like a
Got a
4th gen
F-
F body
yeah.
or something, like
More
Like that's what I
likely
love about the Mustang is parts are everywhere.
Yep.
And they're cheap.
They're
Yeah.
cheap and like
If you're a beginner.
there's so much
Yeah.
knowledge surrounding the
Don't
chassis.
just try to build a Prius or
Yeah.
something right out the gate. You know
That was the
You
worst
get-
part
wait
about.
until you're more experienced
Yeah.
and you get bored, and then you're like, "This would be really cool." you
Don't
know?
buy a Cavalier and try to buy Go Fast parts for it. It's awful. They don't exist.
What's like the
Yeah.
zombie the Mazda 3
Yeah.
zombie hatch?
Well, sometimes you know.
Yeah.
That
Some
thing's
people gotta work
fucking
with what they got,
ridiculously
too.
fast.
You know,
It's true.
that's
You-
what
you- you learn that
and
way,
You
but
wanted to,
Yeah.
you wanted to
It's-
go faster. That's
it
pretty
definitely makes
important.
life a lot easier when you have a very heavily supported platform.
For sure.
Yeah.
Whether
Oh,
it's
100%.
a Mustang or like a Mazda Miata, if you're an import guy, or a Honda Civic, like something with support that there's a lot of knowledge around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like trying to go drag racing in a, I don't know, like a 5th gen Camaro with IRS, you're probably not going to find too many guys around here that have a whole lot of IRS knowledge.
Right.
Maybe there are, I don't know, but
There's
like
There was a few.
there's
probably
really
a
not
few.
that much IRS drag racing knowledge
But if you
out
buy
there,
a-
anyways.
a solid axle Fox body, like
It's a better platform.
everybody makes those go fast.
Yep.
Like you can learn a lot because you don't have to sort out like, well, what am I going to do to make this car go fast? There's a lot of knowledge in the area
There was
around
one
that.
kid that had a 5th gen. It was pretty
Yeah.
quick, but he kept breaking axles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a plethora of hand-me-down parts from the fast guys that are like, oh, I've had these, tubular control arms sitting on the shelf for 10 years because
Well-
I went to a legitimate 4-link.
And there's a
Yeah.
community for the car. Like with the Mustangs, like there's a community of guys that autocross and road race these cars.
Yeah.
That have not been doing it for years. So it's like I can ask questions and get good answers. Whereas, when I had the Cavalier, you would get on the Cavalier forum and ask a question. Everyone would go, "Well, I put this spoiler on it, so
Yeah.
Like no, I need to know
Yeah.
like how to make the car corner fast. Oh well, you should probably put this fart can from eBay on it, and that
that
was
sounds
kind of all you
familiar.
could get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I went through.
Yeah.
I got a question. So I do a guy I work with. He rode courses. His name's Mark Wheeler.
It sounds familiar.
He's a big Mexican fella.
Okay, no, I don't know him personally.
He's got I don't know, like a V6 Mustang, like a 2010 or so, blue. Yeah, he rode courses quite a bit.
It's fun. That's the great thing about it. Is
That's what
you
he
don't,
says. It's just
you don't need like a crazy amount of horsepower. Just go out there and have a good time.
Right.
put
right.
good brakes on it and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But it helps.
Yeah.
But it helps.
Horsepower makes it more fun.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you don't have to
Makes
have it.
everything much gooder.
And
Yeah.
more complicated.
Yeah. But, when I built the truck, there wasn't a whole lot of... I'm sure there was people out there that were going fast with trucks, but I feel like nowadays everybody's like, oh, I'm going to build a truck. Now, I'm not saying I paved the way or any of that shit, but
Yeah.
it's like,
He paved the way.
He paid the
Yeah.
stop.
He just put his lap
you
coat
the
on
OG.
and
The
No,
OG.
No, I'm...
He
no.
paid the way. He has the fastest truck in the United States.
He raced a C10 before it was cool.
No, it's I'm more aerodynamic.
Yeah.
You figured out how to C10, make a C10 aerodynamic.
Yeah.
It's my turn. I gotta go pee.
Yeah. No, you put block off plates behind the core support so your hood doesn't blow off.
There you go.
I figured that one out the hard way.
You guys seen that Power Stroke that was on the street?
Yeah, the iron horse. Yeah.
Almost wrecked into beater bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
I
thing,
did not see that.
That's just violent all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flicks on
it's
all-
nasty.
That's you talk
Oh,
about
yeah, I know
being
what you're
scared
talking
to
about.
drive something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I've
would be
seen that.
ridiculous.
It
Like,
does
how in the
look
hell do you steer
scary.
that motherfucker?
All-wheel drive. Yeah, nasty bitch.
The torque.
Anyway, I didn't get a finish on McFlurry. That bitch
yeah.
is fucking
Oh
flying.
yeah, we went off.
That bitch is flying.
Oh yeah, and they
Hauling.
haven't changed
Not
the whole
much boost at all, and it was going like
said
750s
They
or
tickled
whatever.
30 pounds and they lifted the head.
Yeah,
I think, and it was like
That's a
20
lot.
something, and it was running sevens already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Like,
shit!
and
Even
it's
on
just a
wastegate, it was
7.3.
fucking running fast.
Yeah, but they said the car weighs like 3,000 pounds or something.
It's
Or 3,100.
yeah, the
that's
trans.
fairly heavy actually for a
For a
Fox
Fox
body.
body, yeah.
Yeah, well, the trans probably weighs more than usual.
I think it's just because it's just not that cut up. It's just
It's still got stock floors in it.
It's got stock front end. It's not tubular front end.
That's true,
It's
no
still got stock
fiberglass.
floors. It's got stock door panels and roll up windows.
Do you see the ratchet?
I didn't see that, but I mean they're not gutted. They're not gutted doors or nothing. You know.
No, no.
I mean it's still. I don't know. I don't know what's making it more heavy. I can't. Everyone says
So-
the engine, but I don't think it's how heavy is the
it's
engine.
is it aluminum block?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So you think they're gonna just put ARP head studs on it and it'll probably be fine?
probably.
Yeah. Yeah. 'cause
Did they torch a head?
No.
Well, if they did,
Really?
they'd send them off and get them O-ringed or something.
You
or
said
put
they're
a
going
mini
to
hoop
have
in
the
them.
heads checked and all that stuff, but they didn't show any signs of torching. It
shit.
just all it did was just separate the layers of the gasket.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's on the newest video, but
Are they half-inch head studs? Do we know?
they're 9/16. They're huge.
Are you serious?
Dead fucking
Damn.
serious. They're huge fucking studs.
Damn.
But-
Those motors are looking pretty. I can't find one. I was looking. I was like, I wonder how much one of those are.
No, you have to buy it from Ford.
Really? There's
Yeah,
none.
crate motor.
Yeah, there's
not
none.
any
There's none
wreck-
in the junkyard yet
Well,
because
yeah.
they're so new.
Well, I
get
figured
about
something
10
crashed flood
years.
or something.
I'm not even 10 years. I mean, how long did it take for Coyotes to show up in the junkyard? Not very long. Because the Coyote came out in late 2011,
2011, yeah.
no, 2010, 2011. Because the guys, I remember when the S197s came out, and they said GT on the fender. Those were still 3-valve cars,
Yeah.
and then
Oh.
like the half year that came out,
Yeah,
the
those are
5
the,
liter.
they facelifted them in 2010, and then in 2011 the Coyote came
Yeah,
out.
they're like, should have waited 6 months.
Yeah.
I'd be so mad.
Oh yeah, but it didn't
true.
because they threw them in trucks,
Yep.
vans, cars. I mean, so it was like almost like the LS, but
Yeah.
not as
The 7.3 is
abundant.
going to be expensive because they didn't really. They put them in trucks, right? That's it.
It is a big block. So
Trucks
I
and
mean,
But they put
fans.
them in everything, though. I mean,
it's a big block. I think
Like-
big blocks are worth it.
3/4 ton
It's
and
a
up
small
trucks.
block.
Is it?
they put them in.
I
vans.
wouldn't consider
I think it'll be-
Godzilla a big block.
I think it'll be more
It's
popular
more of a
because
small
it's
block, probably.
like cheaper and easier to mess with. Though.
7 liters.
Yeah.
That's 427 cubic.
The
feet.
427. Would you consider the LS7?
I don't know. I get it's it's in its own category. Really, I don't know what
The
it'd be
LS7?
considered.
But it's the same size block. To me, the big block is like a different block.
Well, I was talking
Gotcha.
about the 7.3. What? That's
Oh,
its
I
own
don't know.
thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. No, I wasn't talking about.
Well, I was like,
the
what about the
LS7.
LS7? You-
Oh, it's a small block.
You think it's
yeah,
small
for
block?
sure,
It's
because
still
it's
an
LS. Yeah,
It's the same size as a 480.
100%.
Same size block.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how you would classify that because
I wonder.
you can't go off the size.
They're gonna have to classify it though, because if you're running small block boost with
Yeah.
a 7.3, what do you put it?
Yeah.
I would consider it a small block because what is a Coyote considered?
Small block.
Yeah, so
But I mean, you could also build a 480-inch small block.
yeah, that's what that was my next point. too.
Yeah, so it's like, you're like, oh, I got a 5-inch bore space small block. It's like, motherfucker, no, that is not a small block.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here with that
That's like
shit.
Murder Nova, and then they had this. Oh, it's a small block. I'm like,
it was like
Yeah.
a one-off.
Yeah.
deal.
yeah, one off.
It is.
Pontiac.
It was pretty cool.
The Pro Line small block.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
cool, but the problem they were having with them, it was all one off shit.
Yeah, it was breaking.
No one else was
a
fucking
lot.
running.
Yeah,
that
because
shit.
they're
Okay, that a lot of the brakes was their fucking fault. Like they like blew the motor up.
They didn't clean the oil
rebuilt.
lines.
Oh my god!
Didn't
They
clean the
clear
remote
view
oil
out. Clean
lines.
the clear view out. It
Yeah.
was full of trash.
blew the other motor up. Blew the other motor up. Yeah.
yeah, they have had a lot of tuning errors in that.
Fucking.
Well, there's a lot of
in that
learning
camp.
to do. There's a
I
lot
hate
of
to say
learning
it,
to
but
do.
like after him and Chief split, he really has not been very successful.
he's getting better,
He is.
but mind you, he hangs around Ryan Martin a lot. So
Yeah.
Which helps, but
Yeah.
And Jeff Lutz.
can we talk about how fucked up Robin Roberts' car got?
Oh,
I saw that
yeah.
they fixed it. They got a big Band-Aid sticker they put on the
He's like,
side
it's
of
not
it.
gonna look good. I would not want to.
Wobbin Wobbles.
No, but I feel so bad for that guy because he had not let off. He'd not sit in the car. I don't think they even started it.
That was a new car, wasn't it?
Brand new.
What? I thought it was the old
No.
one.
No, they
he
rebuilt it.
destroyed the old one.
Yeah,
He wrecked
Kings.
Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
you're right. I forgot about
they
that.
They rebuilt it,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
and it was brand fucking new. He had
forgot
never
that,
let off the
yeah.
trans brake button. Yeah,
But you think he's got
Yeah,
insurance?
God.
They had to pay for something. They're gonna have to pay for it.
I
Right?
guess-
Someone's insurance has got to cover that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some supposedly the trucking company, the driver rolled the truck with the shipping
container on it,
container.
yeah.
Yeah. And the car broke from its mounts because I think they bolt them to the floor of the shipping containers or something. But there is no way in hell I would ever ship anything I own overseas like that, because when you hear the term slow boat from China, have you seen the containers in the ocean? It's like, oh,
Yeah.
there it goes, and the ship just keeps going. It's like
Yeah, they have no way to pick it
there's,
up.
there's a $350,000 car floating in
Well,
the
it goes-
ocean.
for them, I think it's a lot of like, do you want to be on TV or not?
Yeah.
Like,
It's a
hey,
lot
this is
of
what
money
we're
to be
doing.
made.
It's a
This
first.
is what we're doing.
You give me- you give me a
U.S.
lot of
versus
money,
Australia
you know?
kind of deal.
You give me a lot of money.
Yeah.
Those things are just tools at that point.
Yeah.
They don't really
Yeah.
care.
Well,
He
yeah,
wouldn't put the
farm truck,
55.
though.
He would like Sean Murdernova wouldn't have put in his 50
No.
the 55 in there.
That is a
But
good point. They are
he will
tools.
put that
yeah.
newer car
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah,
he
but
might
look
not
at
put the
farm
OG
truck, though.
in there.
They
but
put
he
the
would-
OG in
That
it.
was the
Yeah.
OG.
That was the
That's
OG.
the OG.
Yeah. They
Damn.
That's the
sent
OG shell.
Well, ballsy, but I don't
Yeah.
think he would have put the 55 in it.
No.
or maybe he would have. I don't
Well,
know,
look at
but-
Farm Truck. I was watching Murder Nova's channel, which is super fucking boring, by the way. But
It really is.
he
does,
was
like,
sitting
all
in
the
the
content
damn
in the world.
laundry
It's like-
mat, just talking for like 30 minutes. I'm like,
Dude, his videos are like an hour long of just them bullshitting.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of
And they hit on.
Yeah, but we're cool. You know?
Yeah, we're fucking awesome. Farm Truck was pacing outside the hotel because he hasn't been away from that car, his truck. He's never been
Yeah.
away from his truck that long.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They said it takes like 2 to 3 weeks to get there.
Yeah, and then they didn't get to see him for however long.
that'd be
Or what,
rough.
they didn't see him the first day they showed up.
I think those guys are really at the mercy of the Discovery Channel, though. The
Yeah,
Discovery
they're-
Channel's like, hey, this is what we're doing. Do you want to be involved or not?
Well,
Yeah.
Farm Truck they did their own show.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think what Farm Truck and Asian do are.
I miss.
Yeah.
Street,
I think their shit's awesome.
I rewatched Street Outlaws from like the beginning. And
Really?
yeah, I did recently
like
with
to.
my dad, and it was actually we did it just
It's
because we're
way
like, there's
better.
nothing to put on. Let's just rewatch Street Outlaws, and it was really fun seeing like because it really it was farm truck running around with Asian, and they were just it was probably fake,
Well,
but
no
it
one-
was still kind of funny watching him race some dumbass
Yeah.
in an LS3 Camaro.
Yeah,
or
like,
GTR
just
or
getting
something
fucked
stupid.
up,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. The Discovery Channel's not blocked at my work, so I've rewatched
you
Street Outlaws like twice.
Yeah,
So-
the early ones are pretty fun.
They
I
are.
think
Yeah.
their new show's pretty.
See Flip and stuff.
The
and
small
Yeah.
tire stuff is, I think, it's pretty legit.
It's a lot more relatable for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and
you
I
know.
think that's what they're doing. You know, that's the whole point. 'cause
Yeah.
no one can relate. No one can. I mean, not no one. People can build those cars. And
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
some
At
stuff,
what point is it too far?
But no
you know,
one's doing
where
that
it is
kind of
now.
stuff on
It's-
the street other than Discovery. Really, no one's gonna. Not everyone in their 2,500 horse Pro Charge Pro Line Hemi cars gonna go on the street and street race.
It's funny. You go back and you watch the early seasons of Street Outlaws, and they make fun of the guys for like towing their cars back with the golf carts and shit. And like you watch like the season 12 or 13 where they still have their big tire
Everyone.
cars and everyone's towing their car back.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
stacker trailers and shit.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, hey, I mean, we'd all do it.
Oh yeah.
You know,
You get
If
to
that's
that
how I was
point.
making my living, absolutely.
Another one.
sit there to sit and hate on it, but at the same time, it's like, man, I'd love to have a big stacker and have a race car in it with all the parts. And
Or
Fucking
multiples.
4,000 horsepower big
but like
tire
after
car.
talking with some of the guys that did go to the mega cash days or whatever, if you didn't have a stacker, you were kind of fucked.
Yeah. Or a
with the
motorhome.
kitchen and the whole
Pores.
deal and shit, because they said it was an hour away or something to go to the gas
Yeah.
station to get fuel and to run the generator all night. And
Yeah,
it's just-
that was a shitty location. Scottsbluff, though. We ever been out there? There's nothing out there.
there's like, yeah, they said one gas station within like an hour. You had to
Yeah,
drive.
Scottsbluff, Nebraska, middle of fucking nowhere.
Well, I mean, that's probably the only place they can really
Yeah.
get her done.
Yeah,
You kind of got to take what you can get. I
yeah.
imagine.
Spend a month out there or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Air fryer.
you like the air fryer?
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm a bachelor. I live alone, and like the air fryer and the George Foreman are how I live. That's like the only cooking my oven didn't even work.
I got the air fryer and the pit boss.
Yeah,
Pit balls.
the pit
Old
boss.
smoker.
What's the thing that Trevor has? The black is it a
The
black
Blackstone.
stone?
Blackstone. That
Those
thing's
things are
fuck- the
legit.
grill.
I do kind of want to get one of those.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
wanting to. You can do so much
Make
shit.
some stir fry on
Yeah.
it. I'd love Chinese food.
Me too.
Yeah, fried rice and some shrimp. Mm.
Yeah, my tummy's like, Chinese food.
I want to go
Pick
to
up some
hibachi.
shrimp fried
Now-
rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, some shrimp fried rice.
Yeah. Oh, you want the shrimp?
Volcano.
Throw it at you.
We'll go do a podcast in front of the hibachi.
Burn our eyebrows off.
Yeah.
That'd be legit.
World of Wheels is next week, and you guys gonna do a World
Oh
of
yeah,
Wheels
we need to talk
podcast?
about that.
We going?
I'm going Saturday.
I might
At
go.
least Saturday. I'll probably go both days. I'll probably go Saturday.
I know
and
that
Sunday, but-
KCOR group's gonna have a bunch of cars there.
Are they?
So this will be the tomorrow. If when you're watching the podcast, it'll be the next day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's next Saturday, but it'll be tomorrow.
Friday, Saturday,
when
Sunday.
they're watching this.
Yeah. I think it is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday deal.
Yeah, it's all weekend. But
Right.
if you go to O'Reilly's, you can save money. It's like $21 or $22 a
I
ticket
need to
at
get a
O'Reilly's.
ticket.
It's 25 at the door this year.
Yeah.
If you guys
Kinda-
are cool, you do your podcast in World of Wheels.
We'll get
Just
there.
saying.
We're not that cool yet.
Yeah.
One day
We'll
we'll
get
have
there.
all our cars there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta share it. That's what we're asking. Okay, I
Oh.
think there's a lot of really good viewers that are
Yes.
watching, and we thank you very,
Yep.
very, very,
Yes.
very much. But share it. Tell other people. Put it on Facebook. We are gonna get popping on these clips. That'll be a really easy way. I think that'll really help expand us.
Put
for
clips
sure.
on the TikToks.
Yeah.
I got a couple
Facebook
friends that
and
they play it in their garage and stuff.
Yeah,
Good deal.
we
Yeah.
really appreciate everybody. We got some cool things coming. Hopefully, we're working a little bit on the merchandise stuff and going to work on some tests and some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some ideas. So we got some stuff in the brew. But we really need this thing to keep popping off. We're going to keep doing it.
I'm digging it, man. I watched
Yeah.
it. I had it on in the garage last night while I worked on my car.
Thank
I
you.
watched the episode with
Yeah.
Ben last
Yeah.
night while I was
Yeah.
working on my car.
That was one of our better ones.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We're getting there.
He's a
Yeah.
funny dude.
He
He is a good dude, though.
He is a good dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah. Well, I really, really appreciate you hopping on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
thank
I'm
you.
honored. Anytime.
Yeah.
I've got a bar in my basement, so if you guys ever want to have me on again,
Yes.
you can come.
Yeah,
I'll
we
just
can
serve
do
you
that.
drinks the whole time. It'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll have to take you up on that and do that
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, it's fantastic down
Yeah.
there.
All right. Well, World of Wheels this weekend when you're watching this.
Yeah. Yes.
So go check that out. But anyway, if you ain't subscribing,
You ain't vibing.
all right.
Get it.